गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन, जय हिंद, नमस्ते दोस्तों। आज हमारी खुशनसीबी है, वी आर वेरी वेरी लकी। आई एम वेरी प्राउड एंड ऑनर्ड एंड आई फील it's a moment of me to show off slightly. We have somebody who I have always admired. We all know she needs no introduction. We all know the name, the face, the voice, Shibani Kasyap. But let me tell you before that, it's not an introduction, but I will tell you something. In the year 1998, it was a very crucial year for me because I was studying for my class 12 boards at that time. And the only distraction when you are studying is some good music that time, some good singers. And at that time in 1998, Shibani Kasyap launched her album Ho Gayi Hai Mohabbat Tumse, which we all heard and which we all till today celebrate on that. And that, if ever, they say, bhai, mark kam kyun hai? Bhai, शिवानी कश्यप की एल्बम उस टाइम रिलीज हुई थी ना, तो आई हैव अ रेडी एक्सक्यूज, वैलिड एक्सक्यूज आल्सो। ऑलराइट, in the year 1999 she represented India at an international music festival at Kazakhstan. That was a huge thing. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my dear friends, we often think that representing the country for a sports event is, yes, it is very good, no doubt, for a beauty pageant is very good, but imagine representing your country internationally for music. It is a big thing. Thereafter, in the year 2000, she went ahead and she released her album and she was unstoppable thereafter. It just went on and on and on and on. And somebody who has reached the skies, who is really reaching the skies and who is like amazing, highly revered. Now, one more thing I will tell you. In the year 2012, in Delhi, my uncle Nasir Saab had come to Delhi, Mr. Nasir Shah, with a play called Walk in the Woods. I came and I was sitting the second row and I said, any front row VIPs जो होंगे, and VIP लोग थे यहाँ पे हमारे साथ मौजूद, big celebrities. So there was this very pretty, very beautiful girl sitting there. Anyways, तो मैं good looking girl sitting there. Let me go and sit. मैं बस पीछे से देखा, तो फिर मैं वहाँ जाके बैठ गया. And जब मैं देखा, I saw who? I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, oh my god, this is Shibani Kasyap. And but still, I tried to curtail my what do you call that? Starstruck. I was starstruck by her, so I just curtailed it and I was just keeping quiet. And उसको मैं थोड़ी हिम्मत जुटाई मैंने, थोड़ा I tried to. अब मैं बात करूँगा कि तमाचा ना आ जाए भैया, हैं? So I was like very very scared, but still, भाई मेजर साहब हैं फौज के, तो मैंने बोला, मैंने shake hands किया. Hi Shivani. So she looked at me. She's like, hi. So I said, I'm Major Shah. And I was expecting someone very snobbish, very arrogant. And, we have these preconceived notions of people who are very successful and who are like really big and who are like amazing, who we revere. So, but she was really sweet. She was really very amazing. And I was, And I was over. I was like, wow. I mean, she is like so down to earth. She's such a chilled out person. And I was like, and we happened to get talking before the play started. And then I got to know further on more that she hails from one of the best schools we have in the country, I would say, DPS Mathura Road, where people really actually desire to go there. And there's a lot of rivalry. In fact, let me tell you, with DPS Mathura Road and the other schools over there, there's solid rivalry. In fact, just about an hour back, I was live on NewsX with Rishabh Gulati, who is from Barakhamba Road, from Modern School Barakhamba Road.
Yeah.
And now, of course, there's a lot of rivalry between modern school and they're known as depth sites. Anyhow, thereafter, Shibani went ahead and went to a college which I suspect there is a criteria to join that college to educate yourself there. And I'll tell you what the criteria is. She went to LSR Delhi. And I suspect there is some criteria that to study at LSR Delhi to get through, you got to be very good looking.
No.
I will also say this.
No, it's not. You have to have very high marks. You have to be really studious and do very well in your studies. Trust me in that.
So I am coming to that. So why I also say this with so much of conviction and so much of surety is, also incidentally my wife is also from LSR Delhi. So I was doubly sure and more confirmed that अरे यार आप खूबसूरत है तभी LSR में दाखला मिलता है, लेकिन मगर my wife is doing a PhD and Shibani, when I started talking to her, I mean, the more I spoke to her, I was more impressed. I was more impressed. I was like, wow, very knowledgeable, very well read, and extremely talented. That talent तो हम सब जानते हैं, ठीक है? अच्छा, प्ले खत्म हुआ, प्ले के बाद भाई, of course, I mean, you know, Nasir साहब, normally gets mobbed for selfies. वहां पे एक तरफ नसीर साहब और एक तरफ मॉब कर रहा है शिवानी कश्यप को, and there I was trying to, you know, neutralize things and get things sorted. But then we went to dinner. We went for dinner to Mr. Khetan's place. Mr. Khetan, again, needs no introduction. आप सबने नाम सुना है खेतान साहब का. तो हम खेतान साहब के घर पे गए. What a huge palacious bungalow. I mean, you know, there was Shibani Kasyap again, and we had dinner together. We partied. उस टाइम मैं जिक्र किया शिवानी कश्यप को कि भाई एक फिल्म है, मैं शायद करूंगा अभी, वो मजाज लखनवी के ऊपर है. तो द मोमेंट, अच्छा, my presumption at that time was not everyone would be perhaps be knowing about Majaz Lakhnavi. Majaz Lakhnavi दरअसल जावेद अख्तर साहब के मामू है. तो शिवानी कश्यप straight away reacted, oh, Majaz Lakhnavi, of course, I adore him, I adore him, and this, that. I was like, oh, wow, amazing. And then we spoke about music, शेर शायरी, Majaz Lakhnavi, Jim Morrison, what not. अब भाई, अब मैं क्या बोलूं आपको. उसके बाद हम मिले बंबई में. साजिद नादियाडवाला साहब की जो नीस हैं, मनाज नादियाडवाला, उनकी बर्थडे पार्टी थी बंबई में, बांद्रा में. हम सेलिब्रेट कर रहे थे. वहां पे शिवानी was there again, and we met like old lost friends, and we happened to get talking. And this is somebody who I just cannot be in some stimulated, intriguing conversation with. I cannot help but being on that. That's why when I requested Shibani, let me tell you, Shibani has just recovered from a bout of COVID, and she's braving it out. And here she is, looking as glamorous and as beautiful as ever. Thank you very much, Shibani, for taking your time and speaking to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're most welcome. My gosh. तो आपने तो मुझे 7वें आसमान पे चढ़ा दिया है. Seriously.
So Shibani, so I'm sure a lot of us would be very intrigued to know about your journey, you know, right from the time you were in DPS. And of course, you are one of the best musicians, not just in the country, but in the world. So I would like to start with your interest in music. You know, how early was it in life that you decided that you would like to get into music? And ये रुचि आप में कब जागी भाई आप में?
So, you know, I should call you Major Shah or Ali. I don't know. I always call you Ali, right? So,
Right,
Ali,
yeah.
fantastic to be here. And you know,
आप से बात करिए, सोचिए अपने घर में बैठे हैं, आराम से बात करिए, कोई बात नहीं.
No, seriously, and it's great to see you being on the news channels. आप छा जाते हो news channels पे every day. You're a TEDx speaker. It's wonderful to see your growth, your journey, your progress. It's super. I'm like super proud of you, and big congratulations. Well, coming to my journey, I think that was the spark was ignited as a child only. I think when I was a little kid, in school, I remember that एक बारी मैं school choir में ना गाती थी. जो school assembly होती है ना, so I used to be a part of that group singing kind of a thing. And I used to really, that used to be my most favorite part of the day. You know, पढ़ाइयाँ तो एक तरफ होती ही थी, but this was like, oh my God, we are singing, and you know, and we singing not just one song, but many songs together. So एक बारी जो lead singer choir की जो थी, she was absent or she was not well or whatever. So they were suddenly panicking कि अरे कौन गाएगा ये वाला part, and you know, because you need somebody to lead the choir. So I just quickly put my hand up like that. And they said, आप गा पाओगे, आप तो बहुत छोटे से हो. So I said, हाँ, because it was like, you know, I used to live that part of the morning assembly, you know. So I said, yeah, of course I can. So I sang, and then उसके बाद मैं lead choir singer बनी. फिर उसके बाद I started singing for the school, representing my school in all the inter-school music competitions. Then एक बहुत अहम competition जिसके वजह से I think I really got the push and the confidence that yes, I have to become a singer. And I was in class 9th that time. So तब तक school choir की practice चल रही थी, and I was training in music also in within school hours, after school hours also. So संगम कला group is a very huge competition. वो हमारे time का reality show था. You know, I'm talking about the late 80s. So late 80s में you know, television में तो कोई इस type के reality shows तो होते ही नहीं थे. So this was like a ground event kind of a thing, and it used to be इसमें बहुत सारे rigorous ट्रेनिंग करनी पड़ती थी बिकॉज बहुत सारे लेवल्स होते थे, क्वार्टर फाइनल्स, प्री क्वार्टर फाइनल्स, प्री सेमीफाइनल्स, फलाना ढिमकाना, देन द ग्रैंड फिनाले एंड एवरीथिंग. एंड इसके जो संगम कला ग्रुप से काफी सारे सिंगर्स जो निकले हैं, who have shined bright, are people like Sonu Nigam and Sunidhi Chauhan and many many others, you know. So yes, so I participated in this, and the year that I participated, मेरी खुशकिस्मती से, you know, my the judges were Jagjit Singh ji and Chitra Singh ji, and I
Okay.
was very very nervous, and you know, and at that little age, I had started singing ghazals, you know, because that was my most favorite genre of singing. Because my family, my grandparents, my mother, they're all very very fond of semi-classical and ghazal singing, and my mother has actually taught me, initiated me into classical music. So when I got the first prize, I
I
was
remember
so
meeting your
shocked.
mother that same day. And what a graceful lady, what an elegant lady, what an amazing lady she is. And
Thank you
yeah.
so much. So yeah, I got the first prize, and Jagjit Singh ji वहाँ पे बैठे हुए थे, and I was a little kid, and you know, we were huge fans of his, of course. He was like, he is an evergreen legend for the world, for all of us. So I said कि भाई, तो he said, भाई तुम सिंगर ही बनना बड़े होके, ये यही है, this is your true calling. तुम इतनी कम उम्र में गजल गा रही हो और इसको समझ रही हो इतनी अच्छे से, तो तुम सिंगर ही बनोगी, ऐसे ही गाती रहो बस. So it was like a message which came from the universe, and he was the angel, you know, who was kind of communicating that message to me. So I think that was the like a green signal for me to, yes, I have to take this up seriously. And somewhere within me, I think वो एक था, एक desire था, there was a fire which started burning very seriously for music, and that thereon I just kind of, you know, I was totally indulged in music alongside my studies, obviously. Because मेरा ये कहना belief है that education is a must. You must complete your education. आप कोई भी अपना profession कुछ भी ले साथ में, but education होनी बहुत बहुत जरूरी है, because it helps you later on in your life, you know. So I was as
You
passionate about my studies also.
Right. And that reminds me, of one of your favorite singers again, Jim Morrison's song. You know it would be untrue. Though I sing very basura. Huh? I love to
हाँ,
sing. You know
go
I
ahead, go
would be
ahead.
a lie if I were to say to you, come on, baby, light my fire.
Fire.
So you have that fire in you always. I mean, so when Jagjit Singh ji told you that आप singing ही लेना, उसी तरीके से today, आज की तारीख में, when people, जो लोग आपको मिलते हैं और आपके बहुत सारे fans हैं, चाहने वाले हैं, youngsters, and sometimes they would have been encouraged by Shibani Kasyap. तो आपको कैसा लगता है when someone would say that, एक दिन मेरे को याद है, मैं एक singing competition में हिस्सा लिया, but you have judged a whole lot of singing मतलब in अनगिनत, मतलब अगर आप गूगल करेंगे तो जितने नाम हैं वो तो बहुत कम है, because they will run out of space. So when you have judged a reality competition, and I know for a fact, I know people personally who you have encouraged. So when someone says that, भाई मैंने एक सिंगिंग कंपटीशन में एक बार हिस्सा लिया था, फिर शिबानी कश्यप आई थी, उन्होंने बोला भाई यू हैव अ ब्राइट फ्यूचर. तो लाइक द वे यू रेवर्ड जगजीत सिंह जी, उस तरीके से आप लोग आपको देखते हैं, आपको कैसा महसूस होता है इसके बारे में?
I feel so good because I remember Arman Malik, तो आप सब जानते ही होंगे. So Arman Malik is one of the most amazing leading uh, singers, voices, performers of India, right? I'm sure हम उनकी
या
आवाज से वाकिफ हैं. And I remember कि मैं उनके कॉलेज में गई थी as a judge. यहीं पर, I mean, in a what called Mithibai College. So
राइट.
he was a student of Mithibai College, and of course I know his dad very well. I know Dabu ji, and I know Anu Malik ji, I know Abu, all the three brothers pretty well. But I didn't know that this was Dabu's son. And so I was one of the judges, and I was blown when I heard him singing, because he's such a versatile singer. English in the Western style, also in the Indian style, also. He's he's a blessed artist actually, because वो बहुत ही natural talent है उनमें. And of course he's worked upon it very passionately, both the brothers, in fact Arman and Amal Malik, both. So I gave him the first prize, and he kind of came and touched my feet and all that. I felt very old when somebody does it. I feel, oh my gosh, no. Not yet, yeah, not yet. अभी है कुछ साल. But to and he's just one of those examples जहाँ पे I have happened to be. I'm not saying that अगर मैं judge ना करती तो वो first ना आते तो I'm sure he
Hmm.
had already started accumulating his his whatever great things that he was doing in his music. But if I could have been a part of a journey of somebody so amazing like that, I feel proud, I feel happy and blessed कि I was a part of the beginning of the journey of such a great singer, such a great musician. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे और सिंगर्स हैं जिनके जो हु यूज्ड टू डू ओपनिंग एक्ट्स फॉर मी. they were upcoming and I used to give them an opportunity कि भाई आओ come and sing before I perform, because I have done opening acts for a lot of singers. As a kid, when I started performing live, my first concert was with Baba Sehgal.
Wow. Okay.
And I was in first year college, and I refused to do that show. I was like, नहीं यार मैं हिंदी में नहीं, because I had this rock band called Black Slate, and I used to play the guitar, and I used to sing mostly in English that time, and my genre was so rock and all of that. I said नहीं नहीं मुझे ये सब pop shop समझ नहीं आता. I don't want to sing. So they said no, you'll have to sing a few Hindi songs because it's a massy crowd and it'll be at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium and stuff like that. So I said, okay. So I trained and trained and trained. So I was the opening act for Baba Sehgal. And Baba Sehgal, of course, rocked the whole show. And then you know, there was an international artist followed by him. But I just remember that this show was very important for me because it was an opening act, but I got noticed. People started talking about me. People started writing about me. The press started writing about me. So it's very so when I go back to my journey and when I see that other artists have given me an opportunity to sing, or other at such a massive platform, then it's something that I feel like yes, I must do this because I might be able to create something amazing for that singer. So yeah,
Yeah.
in fact we've done so many uske baad jab Arman Malik, he came first, and then of course I suddenly started hearing his voice in when his first Bollywood song happened, and this thing I said wow, he's the same guy. So I started feeling happy as if कि मेरा गाना निकल रहा है. I felt so thrilled. Then we did a very big concert for Lucky Murani used to have a property IP called La Music Club, which we used to
Right.
do which used to do it at Hard Rock Cafe here in Mumbai. Every singer from the industry has performed in that. Every singer, you name it, from a Sonu Nigam to Shan to Arijit Singh to KK to Sunidhi, Benny Dayal, you just name it. So there was this one concert where they were planning a concert. So they said we'll have Neha Kakkar, we'll have Shibani, and we'll have Arman Malik and Amal Malik. So I said, okay, cool. And that was such a rocking concert because the audience got to taste three very different genres of music. So,
Right.
so basically, what I'm trying to tell you that फिर Arman Malik and me were in the same concert together performing. आप देख रहे हो
Wow.
कि how the progress is so fast, खच 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 like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superb. Yeah. This is so. Shibani, tell me, when you were making a mark for yourself, you were a Delhi girl, studied in Delhi, schooling, graduation from Delhi. आप बॉम्बे जब शिफ्ट हुई उसके बाद you came there looking for work or you came there for something else? आप जब बॉम्बे आई तो how was it initially for you adjusting to a new city for a Delhi girl coming to Bombay? I know Shah Rukh Khan is a Delhi boy, complete Delhi boy. Did his schooling from St. Columbus, Delhi, came to Hansraj College in Delhi, and then after he is Shah Rukh Khan today. He's a Delhi boy, but he adjusted so well, and you have again adjusted like really well being a Delhi person. So how was it initially जब आप बॉम्बे आई तो बॉम्बे में एडजस्ट करना बिकॉज द कल्चर आर वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम बॉम्बे एंड दिल्ली.
No, but Ali, this is the hub. It's the haven for all professionals. Let me tell you that. At the moment you step foot into Mumbai city, you know that up you start attracting work and you start meeting people, and suddenly one thing leads to another because this is the mecca of entertainment. It's the mecca of music. It's the mecca of acting, dancing, everything. It's the mecca of all performing arts. तो यहाँ पे इतनी opportunities हैं. You just have to basically be you have to just be very open to all the opportunities. So it was not difficult for me. In fact, I was
राइट.
very, very, very lucky. I didn't come to Bombay as a newcomer at all. So my first song हो गई है मोहब्बत as your favorite one had already hit big time. But I didn't come to Bombay. I was still very comfortable in my space in Delhi. I was like, somehow Delhi, why I was more comfortable is because what is missing in Delhi is a rat race. There is no rat race. In fact, we are not even aware कि चल क्या रहा है. मतलब यहाँ पे तो when you're here, you meet people, you suddenly get to know, अरे यहाँ पे ये shooting चल रही है, यहाँ पे ये गाना, यहाँ पे ये film हो रही है, यहाँ पे something or the other is abuzz. This city is buzzing, you know. But in Delhi, these kind of things don't really happen. I mean, events happen a lot, and people are little more laid back, and maybe plays are happening, events are happening. Documentary films are being screened, and of course it's high on politics, right? I'm sure you know
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
So it's
Absolutely.
a very artistic city, but in a very different sort of a way. So it is not वहाँ भागदौड़ी नहीं है. So I was very comfortable in my own pace. I didn't want to run, and run Lola run kind of a thing, and I didn't want to be in any competition. So maybe that's why I kind of shied away from Bombay. But you know, what happened was that then I got another a film to do, which I again while sitting in Delhi I got this film. Waisa Bhi Hota Hai Part Two, from
Yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
my biggest epic song Sajna Abija came out, and so again
Zabardast गाना
all
था, जबरदस्त गाना था वो. Even now it echoes in the ears. Sajna, I mean, I'm a very bad singer. Sorry, माफ
नहीं
करना
है
मेरे को.
राइट सही गा रहे
मगर
हो.
वो बिल्कुल जो गूंजता है ना, अरे मजा आ जाता है बिल्कुल. We okay, हाँ. Then Shivani.
So I was, so that brought me to Bombay. Of course, the promotions of the film, the shooting of the song. I was in the film as well, shooting the song. But I would just run back to Delhi, and then again, ऐसे करते करते मैंने बहुत सारी फिल्में करी, about 15-17 फिल्में करी होंगी मैंने while being in Delhi, and I would just keep flying up and down, up and down, up and down, and it used to be quite hectic, coming here, staying in a hotel, because sometimes you know that you've finished your work, but then you want to meet other people because other people have called you up and said, "Babe, we would love to meet you." And at one such occasion, I remember मेरी एक album release हुई थी Nazakat, and
Hmm.
so I was doing the promotions, and one of the most leading PR companies was handling my PR, Parag Desai.
Right.
Really, I have to. They are a very वो मेरी life के बहुत ही अहम part हैं, because अगर वो उन्होंने मेरी उस type से मेरी promotions ना की होती, I don't think I would have been here today where I am. So it just so happened that there's a newspaper called Screen, which is a very important paper for the industry, for the
Yeah,
entertainment
yeah,
industry.
yeah.
तो स्क्रीन के फ्रंट पेज में उस दिन मेरी फोटो थी, तस्वीर थी with my guitar, and it had a very cool caption that the Sajna Abija girl now rocks it with yet another song called Nazakat.
क्या
क्या
बात है, क्या बात, क्या बात.
So I think everybody must have read it, because those days अब तो सब कुछ, everything is on social media, everything is so cluttered, समझ नहीं आता क्या देखो क्या ना देखो. But those days everything was streamlined. Screen,
Right.
Hindustan Times, Times of India, Indian Express for the politically uh, people inclined people or whatever. Musically inclined के लिए ये कुछ magazines हैं, Rolling Stones, या फिर there was radio, and then there was good old television and MTV and good old Channel V and MTV and all of that. तो 4-5 अहम channels थे, तो people had a streamlined way of, and of course hoardings and stuff. So that particular day, this thing came I was on the front page, and of course suddenly radio पे भी मेरा गाना बज रहा था. तो White Feather Films एक बहुत ही, again, they have also played a very important role in my life, in my professional life. So Sanjay Gupta and Sanjay Dutt were sitting, they were partners. So they were sitting, and that paper was lying there in front of them. So who's this girl? What is this song? What's going on? She's playing a guitar. Because those days, I'm talking about 2005, you wouldn't find a woman holding a guitar and playing a guitar as such. So then they read the whole thing through. Number malum kiya mera. I suddenly get a call from their office. कि we are calling from White Feather Films, and we would like to meet you. We're making a film called Zinda, and we'd like to brief you on the film. अब उस दिन I was actually planning to go back to Delhi. So I cancelled my flight. I rescheduled it. और उन दिनों तो कुछ भी फोन पे आता नहीं था, बोर्डिंग कार्ड वगैरह. You know how it was. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had to go yourself to the airport, और द ट्रैवल एजेंट, इट इज वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड बिकॉज बोर्डिंग कार्ड जो होता है ना वो आप ऐसे नहीं कैंसिल कर सकते थे, तो वो भी एक कहानी होती थी लंबी चौड़ी.
Right, right,
So you had to have a physical,
correct,
ticket in your hand kind of a thing
correct.
those days. So anyway, वो सब किया मैंने, बोला चलो let me just postpone my trip for the next 2-3 days. You never know what might come out of this meeting.
Hmm.
And I was so happy because I went to the office, I got the briefing, I came up with a tune right there and then, जिंदा हूँ मैं किसके लिए. I heard the whole narration. Sham ko we had a lovely dinner party at Sanjay Dutt ji's place. And then I got working on the project. And then, of course, I went back to Delhi and went back into my studio there and started working on the music and tracks. And that's how मेरा आना जाना मुंबई से और ज़्यादा होना शुरू हुआ. And then I realized that if I really, I'm very serious about my career as a music composer and singer, I can't be shuttling anymore. I'll have to move. I'll have to at
Right.
least have my own place in Mumbai because this place is offering me so much of work now. So yeah, so then that's how it all happened, because then I worked on this film, then I worked on Ram Gopal Varma's film called Mr. या Mrs. I was the voice of that film, so उसमें भी बहुत सारे गाने थे. Then there was 1971, Manoj Bajpayee starrer. So what happens is that when you're working on a song, you can't take it robotically. You can't just make a song. अभी आप आए स्टूडियो, आपने गाना सुना और आप निकल लिए वहां से, गाना सुन के रिकॉर्ड करके निकल लिए. Live with the song for a few days. You need to add your own little improvisations to it. You have to put your heart and soul also. You can't just mindfully do it and leave. So
Today we
I
were
like
talking
to
about
work that.
1971, the film. So in the morning, I was in conversation with one a veteran of 1962 war, 1971 war, Lieutenant Came Seth. Then Lieutenant
Huh.
Came Seth, thereafter was governor of 3 states, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Tripura. So he
Huh.
told me about one action that happened in 1971. At that time, one of his friends, his very close friends, one officer, went missing in action. And
Yes, that's what the film
and
is all about.
exactly. So just today, आज हम इसके बारे में बात कर रहे थे, गुफ्तगू कर रहे थे, and
Hmm.
he went missing in action, and he's part of the missing 56 जो Pakistan took the prisoners of war, no, which till now they have been unheard of. So anyways,
So
that's a different story altogether. Yeah.
on that note, I think I would say Major Shah, you must tell all your viewers to watch this film 1971, because this is dedicated to the prisoners of war who were still languishing in the Pakistan jails. And till I would say the late 80s or 90s तक उनकी जो letters हैं वो उनकी families तक आती थी. Then suddenly one day the letters started, I mean, they stopped getting the letters because उसमें उनमें से कुछ बचे बच गए या मारे गए. We don't know what really happened, but this film is such an eye opener, and it'll tug your emotions, and it's a beautifully patriotic film. So I'm very happy I made this move because जैसे ही मैंने जिंदा कंप्लीट करी तो उसके बाद मैंने उसके एकदम in a back to back I did this song. It was a beautiful song. I didn't compose this song. Sehlenge Hum. I would really like all of you to watch this song. It's about the pathos of all the women who have lost their brothers or sons or fathers or brothers in that 1971 war, and who was still in the hope that शायद वो वापस आ जाएं because उनकी letters अभी तक आ रही हैं. So it is
जी.
such a heart-touching film, and Manoj Bajpayee and Deepak Dobriyal and Ravi Kishan, I remember, उन्होंने इतना अच्छा काम किया. I saw the film some 10 times because I was told by the music director that I want you to feel the pathos of this film. So Kailash Kher का भी एक बहुत प्यारा गाना है इस film में. My song, of course, comes in the end when the credit roll is on.
Of course. I mean,
Sehlenge.
you have done a brilliant job in that. मैंने भी 1971 कई बार देखी, कई मर्तबा देखी. पहली
और
बार एक
इसको नेशनल अवार्ड भी मिला इस फिल्म को और इसकी फिल्म के म्यूजिक को भी. So I'm very proud to talk about this film, and since I'm an army officer's daughter myself, my dad's from the army. So
yes,
when I was asked, "Achha, Shibani, your check, what is the name for the check payment, or what name should we write?" I said, "What?" I said, "No, nothing. I'm not taking any money for this." So they were
right.
like, "Why?" I said, "Arey, this is for the country. And I'm myself an army officer's daughter, so मैं तो नहीं ले सकती payment." So it was an
Respect.
emotional moment for them also. And who made this film? Ramanand Sagar, the great Ramanand Sagar's grandson, Amrit Sagar. He
Right,
made this.
right. I know. Yeah. In fact, Raman
And
Sagar had made Mahabharat. In fact, one of his
yes,
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 yes. In fact,
yes.
his relatives are very, very close friends of mine as well, and they often talk. In fact, he is distinctly related to very Vidhu Vinod Chopra and Anupama Chopra as well. In fact,
I believe so. But
yeah.
for me, this film was very very like a milestone. और इसका म्यूजिक हमने लॉन्च किया था आईएनएस विक्रांत, वो जो शिप है मुंबई में, कि मुंबई के डॉक्स पे जो है, सो वहां पे इट इज अ वेरी बहुत ही अहम वो शिप है, बिकॉज इट इज नेवी का बहुत ही आइकॉनिक शिप बेसिकली. So we launched the music there, and oh my gosh, it was such a beautiful memory, such a beautiful memory. And of course, at the film screening and premiere, Hrithik Roshan, my favorite actor, he had come, and I was sitting right next to him. And by the end of
That
the
is
film,
my Shibani Kasyap moment. वो वाली same moment. वही वाली बात होगी ना.
it was amazing because जब वो गाना बज रहा था सहेलेंगे हम, it's a very, it is like a tear jerker. It does target your emotions. So he started, crying. So I was like, I looked at him, even I started crying, and I was like, ek to I was very overwhelmed that he's loved this film and the song and everything. So some films, will always be with you forever. They'll always leave a, have a special place in your heart, and this is one of them.
Right. And I love the respect and the admiration you have for Forge, for army officers. So tell us
Oh
a bit
yeah.
about your growing up as an army brat, Shibani.
Army brat. Hardly a brat, yeah. We were taught discipline was the first lesson before any lesson na, for us.
Right.
So discipline, punctuality, and ये है वो है. तभी मेरे को ना जब even in Mumbai or Delhi, whenever I reach anywhere late, so I have to feel very, very like a criminal or something. But if somebody reaches late, I feel, oh my gosh, what is this? I still have to kind of get used to come to terms with people not being punctual, because in the army that becomes the code of conduct at home also.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the year it was very exciting. Initial years, when my dad used to be posted in NIFA, in a SAM, which is like a
Oh,
non-family station.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we could not really visit him. So he used to come and visit us in Dehradun, and
Hmm.
because I was going to school there, and then of course we were in Kashmir. My growing up years were beautiful. We were in Kashmir for
So
6 years.
You are in separated family accommodation, is it? SFA.
Sorry.
Dehradun में कहाँ पे? Where, because your father was
No,
in
Dehradun,
Assam.
I was still in my grandparents'
Okay.
house with my grandparents, and before that we were in Kashmir for a couple of years.
All right.
So वो सब घूमना, that nomadic living, and I think that nomadicism comes into your blood, घूमना. अभी तक I just love traveling. Traveling is in my blood. I think it's come because of, because of the army.
That's amazing to hear that. That's amazing to hear. In fact, जितने भी फौजी, I might sound a bit pompous about it. Why not? In fact, जितने भी फौजी लोग हैं, फौजी backgrounds हैं, फौजी brats हैं, they're all doing well. In fact, in their respective fields, and I always feel that a fauji kid has an edge above all. Why not so? Because we are
Yes,
wide. The
they're
education.
confident, they're liberated, and they have the art of self-expression, and they're encouraged by their families, and they also have a sense of belonging to their country, in terms of they feel more patriotic and more love for the country. So I think all these things help you to shape up as a personality better.
एब्सोल्युटली एब्सोल्युटली. बल्कि हर साल हम देखते हैं जितनी भी मिस इंडिया तकरीबन बनती है मोटे मोटे तौर पे, दे ऑल फ्रॉम अ फौजी बैकग्राउंड, आर्मी, नेवी, एयरफोर्स और सब फौज. बिकॉज एज दे से ट्रैवलिंग इज द बेस्ट एजुकेशन. आई एम श्योर ऑल ऑफ अस वुड अग्री विद मी ऑन दैट. हम लोग भाई
Absolutely.
हिंदुस्तान में कोई भी एक ऐसी स्टेट नहीं है जहां पे मैं एज अ फौजी ब्रैट बिफोर जॉइन द आर्मी, माय फादर वाज इन द आर्मी इन फैक्ट. And in fact, Shivani, I had served as ADC to my dad, by the way. So
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
I would salute him, and I would call him sir, I would call my mother ma'am, and so it was like a different experience altogether.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So because
Great
Fauji,
thing.
so Fauji brands are a wider travel, better read experience. इनका exposure ही अलग होता है. तो आप देख रहे हैं
हाँ.
यहाँ पे एक living example of Shibani Kasyap. And Shibani, you had no godfather, no one to actually hold your hand and to bring you on top. Whatever you did on your own balbuta, on your own dum, on your own talent, on your own skill. So now tell me one thing: do you find any difference between talent and skill, or both are same?
No, see, talent is always inborn, but skill is something that you can develop. That's why they say skill development cells are there everywhere. So skill needs to be developed, honed, polished, practiced. So that's what I believe कि there's a little minute difference between the two of them. So जो भी आपका talent है, आप उसको अपना skill मान के उसको develop further करें. Keep evolving your skill, and
You
that
know,
can take you places.
I love to sing, Pata Shivani. I'm being very honest. I love music because music is a language of the soul. Like Tansen, जब गाया गाया करते थे उस टाइम पे, and then he Chirag उस टाइम पे the lamps used to light up by Tansen's music. It was like so good. And later on, then Akbar said, "I wanted Tansen," and then Tansen went and started singing in his court. So it is again, he was singing in MP in वहाँ पे रेवा में थे, and he used to sing like really very well. So similarly, Shivani, I would say the same thing. जब आप गाना गाते हैं ना भैया, मजा आ जाता है. It is like something, your journey has been something a lot of girls, a lot of boys, a lot of youngsters today would be listening to you. They would be sharing this further. They would want to idolize you. They would want to be like you कि भाई हमको भी करना है. So what advice would you give to them who aspire to be professional singers? Like I did not aspire to be a professional singer, but the moment I would sing, I didn't tell this to you, by the way. I must share this with you. क्योंकि आप भी फौजी बैकग्राउंड से है ना, भाई बात ऐसी है, आपने तो रिप्रेजेंट किया था इंडिया को 1999 में कजाकिस्तान में, हाँ?
हाँ, हाँ.
मैं एक इंटरनेशनल टेडेक्स स्पीकर होने के अलावा, अच्छा, आई वाज दिस बॉय हु वुड स्टैमर, स्टटर, लिस्प. मैं ठीक से बोल नहीं पाया करता था बचपन में. बाद में मैं इंटरनेशनल टेडेक्स स्पीकर बन गया, वो अलग कहानी रही. मगर मैं बचपन में मैं गाना गा रहा था, सब कहे बेसुरा बेसुरा. दैट वाज लाइक अ स्टैंडर्ड फॉर मी, ओके. बट दैट सेम बेसुरा गाय in the year 2003 became an international singer, Shivani.
Oh wow!
Ask me
क्या
how.
बात है? ये
Ask me how.
बताओ ना. How?
भाई बात ऐसी है, दरअसल ये किस्सा ऐसा है कि हम इंडो पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर पे पोस्टेड थे, जहां पे हमारी पोस्ट पाकिस्तान की पोस्ट से 30 मीटर के फासले पे थी. ठीक है, 30 मीटर, दैट्स लाइक स्टोन्स थ्रो. सो लाइक वी हैड सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक्स रिसेंटली. So there is something called as bat action. Border action teams comes across, rangers come across, and वो that action takes place. तो ये कंटिजेंसी प्लानिंग हो गई थी कि अगर खुदा ना खास्ता कभी बैट एक्शन हुआ हमारे पे और दुश्मन यहाँ पे आया और हमारी गोलीबारी सब खत्म हो गई, एमिनेशन गेट्स ओवर, तो लेफ्टिनेंट, आई वाज लेफ्टिनेंट दैट टाइम, सो लेफ्टिनेंट मोहम्मद अली शाह साहब विल स्टार्ट सिंगिंग. जब मोहम्मद अली शाह साहब गाना गाएंगे तो दुश्मन पीछे मुड़, तेज चल, दौड़ के चल, वहां से भाग जाएगा. That's how I became an international singer as well.
High five to that.
High five, high five. So what advice would you give to those youngsters who actually aspire to actually become singers, and yeah, they also who would want to be Shibani Kasyap?
No, firstly, don't be another singer. Don't copy someone. Be inspired, but be you. I would say just be you. Be what you are. What something. Everyone has something special to offer. But yes, if my journey can help people to be inspired, I would love that. But या फर्स्टली तो ना क्या होता है कि फोकस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बहुत सारे ऐसे मैंने देखे हैं सिंगर्स भी हैं या पीपल इन द प्रोफेशन हु गेट लिटिल कंफ्यूज मैं सिंगर भी बनूं या एक्टिंग भी कर लूं या मॉडलिंग भी कर लूं या ये भी कर लूं डीजेइंग भी कर लूं. सो दैट बिकम्स लिटिल स्कैटर्ड. सो आप अपना स्ट्रेंथ देख लीजिए कि व्हाट इज योर स्ट्रेंथ एंड focus on that and keep honing that. And also, like, it's always very important to take a lot of evaluation from the greats, some good people who you consider as your gurus. Give me, how am I sounding, how am I doing, am I sounding better, do I need improvement here? Because improvement to be anybody has room for improvement. So just keep practicing, keep improving your skills, and keep focused रहना बहुत important है.
Superb, yeah, very well said. And I love the part when you said don't aspire, don't try to be somebody. Like बहुत लोग कहते हैं ना भाई, like एक फिल्म भी आई थी, मैं माधुरी दीक्षित बनना चाहती हूँ, उस तरीके से फिल्म्स भी आई हुई हैं. So just you can take inspiration, yes, but that was something really very well said by you. Only a girl with a lot of wisdom who is extremely intelligent, and you are one person who is the epitome of, firstly, grace, elegance, charm, good looks, good
Thank you.
voice,
Thank you. ओह, आप
and
आप रोज लाइव करना चाहिए मुझे. You so good.
and it's very rare to find somebody who is as gorgeous looking as Shibani Kasyap and having the top story, the intelligence that you have. It's amazing. It's that's why in the beginning of Pali maine keh diya, someone who I always find it very, very stimulating to be in conversation with. You know, also a couple of years back, just before the pandemic, we had met at the Jaipur Lit Fest ka pre-launch type hua tha in Gurgaon, and that
Yeah, that
evening.
is at the Horizon. We met at a jazz festival organized by Teamwork Films.
That's right. That's right. So
Of course, huh?
it's always wonderful spending time with you and hearing you, and it is like you are someone out of work. Okay, I also know that you have a guitar, though they have a software where I can do this and I can peep and I can see. Nobody else would be
अच्छा.
able to see. Yeah. मैं देख लिया वहां पे गिटार पड़ा हुआ है वहां पे. अब जो है व्यूअर है वो बोले कहां पर है भाई भाई आपको पता नहीं होगा मेरे को दिख रहा है वहां पे गिटार है. So
हाँ
can
है.
we have something? I mean, Shivani, please. I mean, I'm sure all of us would love to hear that. Please.
Sure. क्या
Very
request?
sweet.
Your request.
Uh, हो गई है मोहब्बत तुमसे.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
हो गई है मोहब्बत तुमसे, आए पलकों में ख्वाब बन के, रह गए सर आंखों पर, बड़ी है एहसान तुम पे, दिल में किया जो बसर हो मिल गई है अमानत तुमसे, हो गई है मोहब्बत तुमसे.
क्या बात है क्या बात है. I mean, that's like very sporting of you and really very sweet of you. और and एक और before you get the guitar, सजना आ भी जा.
Oh, sure.
Superb यार, superb.
बिंदिया मेहंदी कंगना चूड़ी झूमर गहना, प्यासे प्यासे नैना सुने पड़ी तेरे बिना, नहीं लगता तेरे बिना दिल मेरा है, नहीं लगता तेरे बिना दिल मेरा, सजना आ भी जा, सजना आ ही जा, सजना आ भी जा, सजना आ ही जा.
Wow, yeah. Wow. Too good, too good. You are always so mesmerizing, Shivani. And Shivani, thank you so much. Really, I mean, I really appreciate you taking your time and also, seeing a number or two with us. It was like really, it was a delight and a treat. I would like to share one small thing, before we let you go. Again in the year '98, after the board got over and we entered college at that time. So TV पे बल्कि you were like the face of Channel V, MTV. आपने एक बल्कि बहुत you have won several awards. In fact, you have won the Sangeet Natak Award as well, and and in fact you had won a Channel V award as well.
Oh yeah,
And
of course.
yeah, so 1998 में 2008 कह रहा हूँ 1998. That's like what, more than how many years? I mean almost 25 साल होने वाले हैं तकरीबन मान लिए. हाँ, but 24 years almost. So you were there, and there's a very, very dear friend of mine. He's from Mauritius. He had come to Pune, to Ferguson College, Pune, to do his graduation. and his name is Kavi Ugra. Okay, he has a brother
Okay.
called Ashil. So Ashil and Kavi were staying together in a flat, or my hostelite house, staying in a hostel. So I would come to Kavi's house and hang out at his house, and we would watch TV, and we would often watch Channel V, and particularly because आप तो छा रखी थी वहाँ पे Channel V MTV पे, and all three of us we would wait. Yeah, Shibani Kasyap, the moment your song used to come, we would give each other a high five, and we would be like, उस टाइम पे we didn't have the thing of mobile या record करना या ये वो YouTube shooting का उसमें था नहीं. We would be like really, so Kavi and Ashil are going to be like really happy. They used to do, we
Oh,
all used to do over you, in fact. तो मैं ये
oh,
तो
nice.
it's called the power of positive thinking, again, manifestation. So I still have to pinch myself. Okay, I am sitting with the same person who we used to see singing then. You TV पे पर्दे पे, अरे शिवानी का जब wow, superb. शिवानी, अगर आप बुरा ना माने तो मैं जानता हूँ you are busy, you got work, you got to go. But एक गाना और बनता है अपनी चॉइस का. आपने दो मेरे चॉइस से आपने you were very kind and sweet and very gracious. One of your whichever you wish to. I know you are very good at Western Sufi music,
Oh,
but
yeah.
whichever you wish to.
Uh, okay, so I'll sing a song which is very close to my heart. It's called Nagmagi. And क्योंकि आप इतने poetic हो and you understand poetry a lot, right? तो ये जो गाना है इस the word Nagmagi is actually a coined word. ऐसा कोई word as such है नहीं. पर ये उर्दू में जिन्होंने लिखा है इस गाने को सदाकत हुसैन ने, he's coined this word, and you will like the शायरी. It is basically it's a tribute to the Lord. It's a very Sufi in nature kind of a song. कैसी दिल में लगी हाय दिल की लगी कैसी दिल में लगी हाय दिल की लगी तेज धड़कन हुई सांस रुक सी गई नगमगी 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 उनका अंदाज क्या जलवाए दूर है उनका अंदाज क्या जलवा है दूर है उनकी बातें हैं क्या बारिश है नूर है दिलनशी 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 नगमगी 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 नगमगी
वाह 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 वाह, क्या बात है, क्या बात है, क्या बात है. And also, I just observed, though I had observed earlier, there's these beautiful papyrus behind you. तो ये आप इजिप्ट से लेकर आई थी during a performance over there?
What is that? Yeah. So I had gone to Egypt for 4 concerts, and ICCR had sent me because I'm an panel artist of the ICCR. So every 3 years we are supposed to go to some beautiful country, represent our country as a state guest, and perform our art there, and basically, promote Indian culture abroad. So there is a festival called India in Egypt. So I was a part of that. And of course, I performed, I had a beautiful time, but I just fell in love with their culture. So yeah, this is a little memory of the only
Right.
things I bought from there. Yeah.
Right. My father's elder brother, my real
Hmm.
chachi, he's an Egyptian.
Hmm.
He's married to an Egyptian lady. So they live in
Oh,
Cairo. And वहाँ पे
wow.
Khanekhleli market है, the Sphinx.
Yes,
And
yes, we went there.
exactly.
It's
Sphinx
like
and
it feels like Alibaba or Charlie Store wala situation out there when you're there.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
ancient.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you see the Sound and Light show over there at the Sphinx?
Of course.
Oh,
How can
what a
I?
show! What a show! What a
What a
show!
show! And visiting the pyramids and going inside and visiting the museum and seeing the mummies.
The mummies, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and learning about the pharaonic age. It's and of course, have you been to old Egypt? Old Egypt is another
Yes.
beautiful story.
Beautiful. In fact, we went right from Alexandria to Cairo to Abu Simbel to, we traveled the entire. It was an amazing,
Oh,
it's just amazing. It's amazing.
it is
It's
an
like very
amazing.
amazing.
It's a
Yeah.
country of treasures. Treasures.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Shivani. Shivani, so sweet of you to have taken out time. And really, really, I mean, it's an honor. It's really, I mean, I can't tell you how grateful I am and how thankful I am to you. And you will always remain one of my favorites. In fact, there's no doubt. And Shibani Kashyap is someone amazing. And any parting words which you would like to tell our viewers? And on that, we can, yeah.
Well, tomorrow is Republic Day, so let's celebrate with a lot of gusto. Let's be proud to be Indian. और एक अहम क्वेश्चन है जो मैं आप सबसे सवाल पूछना चाहूंगी. You can give the answers later. Why is Republic Day celebrated?
मैं बताऊं यहाँ पे अभी. Yeah.
बता दो चलो.
See, the Republic of India, see, we have something known
You
as
know, obviously you know it. You're
independence.
an encyclopedia. You would know.
अरे यार, that's a compliment. Thank you. अभी अगर आपको वो भ्रम है मेरे बारे में तो भ्रम ही रहने दो. तो I don't know, अपना पोल नहीं खोलूंगा मैं. वो बताइए मैं गड़बड़ करूंगा यहाँ पे लाइव. But I led the Assam Rifles marching contingent on Rajpath on 26 January 2008. So 14 साल होने वाले हैं, 14 years होने वाले हैं, where I led the parade. So it brings back over, and I had two fractured legs at that time. मेरे दोनों पाँव में fracture थे, and
Oh.
I couldn't
दोनों
stand.
पाँव में. Hmm.
Yeah, I'll send the clipping to you. 28 second की clipping है, and where both my legs are fractured. I was told by the orthopedician, नहीं यार पंगे मत लो, तुम खड़े नहीं हो पाओगे भाई, परेड तो दूर की बात है. But I consumed painkillers big time, and I led the parade, and I did the entire parade. In fact, with two fractured legs.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
that reminds me that कल जो parade होने जा रही है, I'm sure lots of people, if you're able to wake up and watch it in the morning, but जो parade होने जा रही है, उसमें एक थोड़ा सा एक contribution है उसमें. A few weeks ago in Delhi, there was a huge dance competition which was held by the Ministry of Culture, and Meenakshi Lekhi ji was spearheading this entire project. तो उसमें ये था कि people, dancers from different states of India, they had come to participate in this.
Right.
Performers. So उनमें से हमें कोई 20 ग्रुप्स को सिलेक्ट करना था एंड विनर्स करार देना था ताकि वो रिपब्लिक डे के परेड पे परफॉर्म कर पाए. इट वाज आई रिमेंबर इट वाज अ ब्यूटीफुल डे. अभी की बात है, ये 19 दिसंबर की बात है. सो आई हैड द गुड फॉर्च्यून ऑफ बीइंग विद इला अरुण जी एंड शोभना नारायण जी and some very well known dance maestros also out there. So we were the judges, and we judged, and then we selected the finalists, and then those finalists were then trained rigorously by the professionals. So वही कल perform करने जा रहे हैं. So I feel proud to have been a part of this whole thing.
That is
Jai
amazing.
Hind. Yes.
Jai Hind, Jai Hind. And
Yeah.
more respect and more power to you, Shibani. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Happy Republic Day to all of you. Enjoy
Thank
yourselves.
you. Thank you. Just stay on. I'll just end this broadcast, this live, and